Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Weenus. I'm joined tonight by, can I get a shout out for Daxarito? Hello, sir.
Hey, Weenus, how are you?
I'm doing very well. It's good to see you again. I saw you playing, and now I see you here casting with me. It's fantastic. Thank you for being here.
Hey, no problem at all whatsoever. I mean, you are a man of the people. I can't thank you enough for what you do in the casting community here. So given the opportunity to jump in here with you to cast these two great teams, I can't say no to you.
Well, thank you. That's very, very kind. I feel the same about you. And we do have two Div D West teams. We have We're Scaling versus ReGen Divine. Looks like these teams are getting ready to go, so we might just fly through some of these screens real quick. Let's take a quick look at the Map-Arinos. Thanks for hanging out in chat. We got Wraithling back. We got Lexi Decimal, who is the captain of We're Scaling, but is not playing, letting some of the other players carry the standard today into battle. Let's take a look at the maps real quick. All right, coin flip was won by man, it's by We're Scaling. Although on my notes I have that both teams won the coin flip. We're Scaling won the coin flip. They won a first hero pick game number 1. ReGen Divine banned out Braxis Volskaya, taking us to Dragonshire. We're Scaling banned out Hanamura and Cursed Hollow. So that's where we're headed first, Dragonshire.
Yeah, NGS is an equal opportunity coin flip organization. So we're out here doing our best to make the world a better place.
Absolutely. I remember when I was casting your game last week, I tried to do the coin flip command and it was broken. So I had to go actually get a quarter. I wonder, is that still?
Oh, yes, is that for real?
Oh yeah. So I went and got a quarter. It's still sitting here. I went and got a quarter. I'm like, I'm just gonna flip this quarter and you call it. And so it was like a.
There we go. And that's how Born wins. Like I think last season she was like 0 for however many games we played last season. Like she couldn't win a coin flip to save her life. So thank you for setting our season off on the right foot this year.
That's the way it goes. Thank you very much for the follow, Lexi Decimal and Yanthor. I appreciate it. Let's take a look at the division as from last week. Let's see what the teams did from last week. I'm just going to pull that up, unless it's going to show something else because I had some other tabs up. Okay, we're in the right spot. So here we go. This is what happened last week. We did have ReGen Divine get a 2-0 domination over Team Rainbow Strike Go Knights, TRSGK. So that's how they did last week. We did have Punts Upon a Time get the domination over We're Scaling last week. Punts Against the Time, supposed to be a really good team. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they do. Plus, I love puns.
We all know you are the pun daddy themselves here. Yeah, I'm looking for a great matchup here. I mean, we'll see what the continuity looks like. I think we have two new teams forming up this season here. Some names I recognize, some I don't. So, Dragonshire is kind of one where your off lane is off in an island somewhere. And then the 4-man kind of has to, worry about that team fight and then catching that soak mid if possible.
Absolutely. So I don't know. It looks like there was only one mixed match in week 1 with Yavapai and Lightly Salted. Lightly Salted getting the 2-1 there. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen here. We're Scaling, looking for their first game win, maybe match win. Can ReGen Divine hold on to their lossless victory up to this point?
Yeah, it kind of gets a little bit easier as the season goes on to scout some of these teams, find those comfort picks. I know I talked to you a little bit last week. Some of these new teams, it's kind of hard. You're only going off of the hero's profile of the player, and you don't know who's playing which role, so it's kind of hard to ban. You can kind of get that mix mosh. So as we get into here, I'm like maybe see a couple target bans here as the season progresses. Chromie's really good. Any hero that doesn't have to worry about mana on these points here. Rexar's a good first pick, first ban hero if we have any Rexar players here in the game tonight.
Yeah, and maybe I feel like Rexar has a certain skill cap to him where you just have to play him a lot before you can get good at Rexar. Rexar seems like it's a hard player just to pick up and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play Rexar. And I'm like, I'm gonna get good at Rexar, and I played Rexar a bunch. I'm like, I'm good, and then I just get creamed still. So, to the good Rexar players out there, tip of the hat to you for doing that. I'm just gonna stick.
Bless.
I'm just gonna stick with Sonya and do that one woman Amazon destroying trade.
Yeah, I want to spin to win. I don't want to have to worry about moving 2 people, let alone 3, if we have any Vikings players here, because 1 is more than I can handle at any given point.
Absolutely. Here we have first ban on Brightwing. My goodness. But, globals on this map, like you were saying before, it's usually, you need a solid offlaner to hold things down up in the top.
Mm-hmm.
When you eliminate the globals, it makes sure that you're not surprise ganked by that little dragon.
Yeah, absolutely. That little dragon, or maybe a Dahaka. I mean, if they're banning all the globals, Falstad or Dahaka here. But like you said, all 3 of those heroes with the globals can just turn a 4v4 fight into a 5v4 and really get pressure in an opposite lane or catch soak if, say, your enemy team rotates down.
Absolutely. Welcome back to chat. Tuna B saying, hey guys. Lex Decimal saying, so many dominations. Yeah, there was a lot of dominations last week. I want to see no domination here tonight just because I want to see 3 games, but that's just because I want to make Dak stay up until 5 a.m.
Let's do it. I don't need sleep. Wednesdays are nothing for my job, so let's do it.
We're scaling, banning out another global, getting rid of ETC, also just kind of a strong tank in general, so there's that. This
level 13 Encore getting a little bit of a nerf. I believe it was 2%. On that CDR, but still really overpowered. Getting a mosh pit almost every single team fight, or like you said, a pseudo global on this map. Every other. So being able to rotate and make it a 2v1 up in the top lane. So we're going to see first pick coming out for. We're scaling. Going to grab that Tassadar there, and then we're going to see Johanna and Rhaegar getting picked up on the side of ReGen Divine.
Most excellent. So this map was picked up by ReGen Divine, so I think they have some crazy offlaner option that they're going to go with. It looks like they're going to hold it for now. Here's P-Cakes picking up the Nubrak, and Torsul? I don't know. Torsul? Is that how you pronounce that? Picking up the jump.
I would say Torsul. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, a Nubrak coming in here, being able to remove kind of anybody from any given team fight if they have to. With the web wrap there, I think it's Cocoon is actually the name of it there. And Junkrat really good at displacement. Can kind of get people off of these points and can kind of get a lot of poke damage in if possible. We're going to see the Ana ban here, not wanting to deal with a Nana boosted Tassadar here. Let's see another ban here. Maybe we'll see an Ancestral, maybe a Bloodlust comp. I know Bloodlust was nerfed just a tad bit, and I think Rhaegar kind of fell off. It was, towards the mid of last season, it was kind of Rhaegar and Deckard were the 2 major supports.
Maybe a Cassia ban?
I wouldn't hate to see it.
Oh, you're right. Okay. All right. Hitting up that off-lane pool just a little bit.
Yeah, she's kind of a bully on that point, just being able to displace anybody off of it, and she frankly lives forever. But not seeing Rhaegar banned or Rhaegar. I'm sorry, not Rhaegar, but Rexar pick her band. There we go. We're gonna see Zego grab the Rexar and Vala Silent Shoe. Silent Shoe. I wanted to say Silence Who.
Silence Who.
Yeah, at 100%. Yeah, absolutely. On the Vala there, so it's leading to me. It looks like maybe a little bit of maybe a Bloodlust comp here.
Zago my egos, Dax. Indeed.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing so Tassadar with the Bloodlust comp here. We could definitely see a black hole combo coming out to kind of disengage that Bloodlust if that's where she's going.
Oh my
Thrall
goodness.
And then Lucio there. And we're going to see the Jason picking up that Zarya. So we're going to get to see a double support Vala hard carry here on Dragonshire, game 1 of the series.
Very, very spicy indeed. Looking forward to this. Rackham, let's play best of 7.
Let's go.
I'm in. All right, we'll get back into game number 1. Here are your teams. We will see you. Oh, it's Tarsul. And we're back. We haven't quite loaded in. Somebody's on a potato. Oh, and they're loading in now. They just wanted us. Remember our faces.
We just wanted to talk about French fries.
That's right. Absolutely. Okay. Here we go. On the left-hand side, we're scaling. I'm sorry if I brutalize your names. We have, oh, and everyone's moving around. All right. Oh, God. Leo, 158 on Tassadar. Chained Skies playing Thrall. We have Tarsul is going to be playing. It's going to be playing Junkrat that looks like Gazlo. Confused the crap out of me. Icarium is going to be playing that Lucio. And I have missed someone. I said P-Cakes, right? P-Cakes on Nubarak? I think that's it.
That's the one you were missing. All right, and in the red trunks on the right-hand side for ReGen Divine, we have Jason picking up that Rhaegar Bankai on the Johanna, Silent Shoe on the Vala, Zigo on the Rexar, and Geek USA on Zarya. So little swaps coming out there for ReGen Divine.
Yeah, ReGen Divine getting an early assault on this bottom fort.
How dare you remove that beautiful bear from this game, you savage.
You shall be missed, Misha. But look at all that siege damage they got at the very beginning. They got that bottom tower like almost all the way down. Sneaky, sneaky plays. And there goes the tower down completely. And it's just a four-man push down here in the bottom from ReGen Divine. And they got some tanks.
Getting a little low up top. I don't know if they have tap. They should have tap up available here. But let's see what they go. They did go the Rolling Thunder at 1. So they do have a little bit of poke into that Misha Bear, but not enough to bring her down. So Thrall's going to have to hopefully get some rotations up top to deal with her as this game progresses.
Yeah, here we go. We do have the shrines activating in 10 seconds. And here, oh my goodness, Vala's getting very low. Silent Shoe is about to be silenced for real, and down they go. Lucio getting the kill. I carry him, I kill him. Pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought almost Junkrat was trying to get the kill with that bomb there, and I thought almost that it kind of booped Vala to the safety there. But Geek USA getting out of there with their life, with the shields, going to be able to tap. Bankai just stepping up, trying to create a little bit of space so they can maybe grab the. Yep, looks like they're going to cap the bot camp here as We're Scaling starts working on their giant camp.
Ooh, Misha getting low up top, and will go down as Chained Skies is going to push Zigo off the point there. Still fighting for the bottom point as it is contested. And we will see that siege camp getting picked up by Blue in the bottom. And there's the channel. Blue all across the board, but Johanna is mid to stop any direct pickup. Just easy low-hanging fruit there.
All right, and we're going to see Healing Totem coming out on the side of ReGen Divine, going to make some of this point control a little bit easier with some AoE healing there, but then we're going to see a Nubarak kind of get caught there a little bit, but may see, forego mana regeneration for some healing, so Jason may have a little trouble, if these fights sustain for a longer period of time, but they're doing well. We're going to try and see this fight here middle to see if they can cap the first Dragonite of the game.
Johanna's definitely not going to be able to take this alone, as there's a lot of poke available coming out from Leo 158, but we'll see what happens there. A kill down bottom would allow a rotation to help bully into getting that Dragon Knight. But it's a 3v3, and Junkrat doing an excellent job with the disruption as Tarsul is going to push Jason back into tower range. And here comes Leo. Force wall. Oh,
beautiful force wall coming out. Jason there. Oh my goodness, this poke coming out there. He's going to secure that kill. Geek USA, I don't know about the shields, but we're going to see a Nubarak dive, and then there's Silent Shoe going to vault away, and we're just going to see a 1-for-0 trade there in favor of We're Scaling here as they go to cap bottom here. But we're going to see up top Rexar still holding that point against the Thrall, but Misha's getting really low as he's trading in up top.
I just love yelling Tarsul, Tarsul. Very good. All right, yeah, that's the displacement so far by Tarsul has been really good. Just putting everybody out of position, but I mean, when there's no walls to be booped over anymore, you got to get some siege damage yourself.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think in favor this 3v3 fight down here in the bottom kind of favors War Scaling a little bit because they do have a Nubrek who has 2 stuns here and a Tassadar wall, so we're gonna see all of this come out here, and all they really have is the slow on Jason and maybe the shields for some added protection here, but you know, a lot of the CC and damage and poke coming out from the side of War Scaling here. But Pancake's Little Bow about 50% health here. We're gonna see the fight get moved on the point. We're gonna see Jason drop down that totem, getting a little bit slow here. And PQSA is kind of popping all of these shields to get a lot of that energy, but we're gonna see the stun back in. PK's getting a little too low and not being able to sneak out of there. Went in a little too deep with not so little health.
Yeah, Silent Shoe, if you leave Vala on you for long enough, they will chip away at all of your health, even if you're a tank. And look at this. We're going to see a simultaneous shrine swap as the point bottom gets turned blue at the top and point at the top gets turned red here. So still, no one can quite grab this Dragon Knight yet. The longer time goes on, the stronger they will get. Here comes Lucio getting a little spicy. He's going to get out in time. And we're going to see both siege camps getting worked on here, given up on the left-hand side for now. And it's going to be a push in the bottom lane from ReGen Divine.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. And it looks like we're going to get 10s coming online here, unless if any kills kind of sway it a little bit here. But 10's going to come online here first for, right now, actually, for ReGen Divine. So we're going to see Leo rotate up there, try and grab some of their Siege Giants here, get a little bit more added pressure to combat the Siege Giants from ReGen Divine here in the bot lane.
Down goes the bottom well, and these Siege Giants are looking to throw some more rocks. They don't listen to classical, they listen to rock for sure. Might have been a medallion pop there. That's what it sounded like. Good time to use it when Anubrak is diving you, trying to get you stunned out.
Yeah.
And instead of trying to get the dragon, I like that ReGen Divine. They're coming in here and pushing, but 10s are online for both sides. As we do see Zarya does get cocooned. EQSA pops back out. Ooh, here comes Graviton. Does get some catching P-Cakes. Goes down. Anubrak is gone. It's a 2-0 in the bottom lane. Here comes Tarsul thinking about joining in the fight as there are many members low on the side of ReGen Divine, but they're just coming in here.
Jason's getting thirsty for this kill here on Leo. He does not have any mana, but he's going to get booped back into Tarsul, and he's going to try and trap him, but he's not going to be able to. Let's see if he catches any of these bombs. We're going to see the Reptile coming out here, trying to secure some of these kills here. Got to Q to get that G jump over there. Jason is running for his life, and he's going to get out of there.
Oh my goodness. And Chain Skies, it looks like, got that kill onto, I believe, Rexar in the top lane and securing that channel. Oh my goodness. 3 to 4
Great
is
pickup for Chain Skies there up in the top there, because you know the fight went one way in the bottom lane for his team. So great job being able to you know, keep ReGen Divine off of this Dragon Knight. But we're going to see a blue channel here on both capture points. We're going to see Tarsul trying to poke out Bankai a little bit. We're going to see Chain Skies coming down here. Going to be able to chunk out Johanna a little bit with this Rolling Thunder at 1. Ancestral Wrath is online here as well. So Johanna may have to just kind of poke with the flashlight here to try and delay this a little bit. And then we're going to see Rexar come back and take top point for themselves as we rotate bottom here to see this team fight break out.
Oh my goodness. Jason is caught behind another forest wall. Here we go. Zarya ulting on in, catching P-Cakes. Gonna stop. Get out of that real quick. Jason getting low again. A big stun though coming out onto Anubrak. Anubrak will go down. Benki charging ahead at the front of the team. Silent Shoe taking a little bit of damage here, and this is going to be a takeover by ReGen Divine of this bottom channel point, and then possibly getting the Dragon Knight. Here we go. Acorn is popped.
Getting really low. We're going to see the Ancestral getting channel, but not long enough there. Bankai getting really low as well. Going to be able to pop the Unstoppable. We're going to get out of there, but we're going to see the low poke damage coming out there. Great reversal and defense on the side of War Scaling.
Getting that double kill. Double kill heading up.
Double kill.
Double kill. And then we're at 5 to 5 as far as team kills, and we still don't have any Dragon Knight. We're about 9 minutes in, and we're going to see this bottom Bruiser camp get picked up by War Scaling, which is nice. This creates a good amount of pressure, and they need it because their bottom fort is hurting. They haven't gotten a whole lot of siege damage here onto ReGen Divine's bottom fort, so any of that siege damage they can get is going to help them out. So I think that was a good steal there with that opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And Junkrat going trap build, so anyone caught in a trap is going to take some extra damage. Traps are going to follow people, they're going to silence people, and then Tacit are just being able to do just a ton of damage. So we'll see as this fight progresses on and the scaling. We're going to see 14s. They do have the level lead now as we move on here. Thrall is still in the fight of his life there up in the top lane as I take a peek up here. Just kind of fighting 2v1, doing the best he can. But, both tanks fighting mid as the rest of the teams here fight in this bot lane.
Ooh, down to 50 HP. Chain Skies. Are they going to be able to get away?
All right, and then the self ancestral coming out onto Jason there, but he's gonna get web wrapped. Bankai getting about half health here, standing in all of the tasks that are poop. Leo just getting some Qs, finishing the quest here at 9 minutes into the game. Silence is really low. Gonna be able to vault away, I think. Pancake's trying to dive in there, but not gonna happen. Popping the unstoppable there is Johanna to try and get away with their life. Silent shoot really close, but going to be able to get a walk away. We're going to see Jason get a Q off here. Unstoppable popped again for the Johanna. Going to be able to take down that new Brack. Let's see this team fight take over against Lowe's coming out. EQSA stepping up. Maybe they could try and get a Q off. Lucaria, I'm getting that wonderful boot there. Unstoppable popped for Zarya as well. Sorry, I had a brain fart there on that hero's name.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is just carnage down here in the bottom.
It's a brawl down here.
Even with the 4v3 advantage, We're Scaling is fighting tooth and nail for this bottom point. And the same is happening up in the top end lane between Chain Skies and Zigo. Boar's coming out.
Here. They may forego the Dragon Knight here, maybe for these Siege Giants, but they'll be able to make the rotation pretty quickly with Lucio here. Lucardium's doing a great job, kind of getting some poke out here. It doesn't look like the ReGen Divine. Maybe they are now. They're just kind of hovering over this camp here. But we're going to see Zergo just start channeling here. Let's see if Junkrat can get some cancelings in here. And not quite enough. And we'll see the first Dragon Knight of the match here. About 20 seconds at 11:20 here. And it's immediately getting marched down into the bot lane.
Oh my goodness. The 16 talent tier advantage only for a moment, though. We're Scaling will be picking up their 16s as well. And that bottom fort is just going to go down like a bag of bricks. A big boop. Big boop onto Leo. And this Dragon Knight now needs to make some decisions. Where's Rexar going to go? Down to 33% health. Maybe take it mid. See if we can get some extra siege damage. Or maybe just try to run away.
Trying to pop the Earthquake there to save their life. But we're going to see Tunsuo gonna hit the Riptire there. Gonna chunk everyone down to about half health. PK's in there. A little bit too low. Just taking a handful of damage here. Just kind of getting blown up out of the way. And we're going to see a 2-for-0 trade there. We will see the Dragon Knight go down. But we're going to see everyone on the side of ReGen Divine sneaking away with about half health.
Jay's on there taking a big bite out of crime onto Anubarak, getting that double kill. Going out this time for ReGen Divine. This is a close game. This is super close. Even though ReGen Divine got that first Dragon Knight, they're only able to take down a disabled fort basically down in the bottom. As time goes on, that Dragon Knight's going to do more damage though and be a little scarier, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, great back and forth game now. I mean, now we have ReGen Divine on top, 17-16 in the terms of levels. And I'm thinking the 3 extra kills they had from that last team fight's probably swaying that in that favor here. So we're going to see Thrall pushing up top with the Bruiser camp, getting a little bit of spell damage here, but we're going to see Rexar kind of capping the same point here. And they're going to kind of run at each other here. But we're going to see Thrall maybe rotate down to catch some of this double soak here and force a 4v3 here and forcing Bankai out of mid and onto the bot lane.
All right. Here comes the engage.
So Westfield coming out here. We're going to see 3 ults coming out on the side of ReGen Divine here. We've got 2 coming out here. We've got Zarya into the web rabbit. Banker getting really low, but the poison damage is just way too much. We got Zarya in the backline here. Going to be able to not get out of here, I don't think, with the task wall and the earthquake. But a great team fight down a level for Worst Scaling on the Johanna on the main tank. So they're going to rotate down here onto the bot camp and try and get some more pressure in the spot lane for their team.
Well, I guess that's part of their namesake, right? We're Scaling. So
yeah, absolutely.
Longer the game goes on, but ooh, Chain Skies running for their life and is going to escape so many members of ReGen Divine from the bottom, or in the mid rather. And now we're back to channeling these shrines. Top is going to be plopped on by Misha. Bottom is in control of We're Scaling, and they're pushing bottom fort.
Yeah, I think they're going to get this fort here, and then I expect them to maybe try and rotate here, do kind of the ring around the rosy effect where they can kind of sneak top and cap that. And we'll see who can catch the most soak pre-20 here. I don't expect a big team fight before that.
Yeah, these teams both keeping neck and neck as far as XP goes. Very close as far as kills. A little bit of a... It's tied as far as forts, too. We're 1 for 1, so a very close
Lexi
matchup so
Decibel
far.
in the chat saying that it is 100% true. We scales. I love it. The namesake of the team.
Absolutely. It's all over if we get level 20. Well, it looks like both teams are headed that way. Might be having a fight here if Misha finds some prey in the bushes. Stun going out onto Lucio. Here comes a Riptire. Banky is going to get cocooned. Riptire goes down, and now Johanna's looking for a re-engage. It's a little bit split, though, as we have Rexar. Zigo is up top, and all their other members are down here in this channel point. Misha, no! And here we go.
Two-man stun coming out on the side of PKs. We're going to see the Ancestral coming out. Bankai getting a little bit low, but we're going to see the Graviton Surge still getting poked down, but Trade getting used for Johanna to sneak her out of there as we still fight over this. Actually, the camp was capped by ReGen Divine. We're just getting a quick clear here. But PK's getting a little bit low. Needs to be careful there a little bit. We may see it back here by PK's.
Yeah, and a lot of ultimates used there just for a camp, and ReGen Divine ends up getting it anyways. We do have sound barriers up and ready to use. We do have boars just around the corner. Misha, whoo, just scooting by that force wall. And we're going to see, we're going to see a little bit of a shrine swap once again. Top is going to go towards where scaling bottom. ReGen Divine picking that up. Silent Shoot not quite capping it, deciding to get out of there and join in the team fight. Things are about to get a little bit hairy. Here come the boars. And there's sound barrier, and it's going to be Thrall that drops first. This engage isn't over yet. Vala pew 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 pewing all over we're scaling as much as they can, but they are able to get out the remaining 3 members. And look, there's 6 people running with Misha included. Just a wall of red. And even after that fight and capping bottom, they still have to cap top. So instead, looking to get the siege camp, get a little bit of value for that kill.
Yeah, great Q coming out on the side of worse scaling by the Anubarak there to kind of get the stun at the right time to allow their team to only disengage with only 1 kill. It could have been more there and possibly game since post 20.
Absolutely. 20 is now online for both teams as we see the Cruiser camp is selected and picked up by worse scaling, choosing to grab that. There's that camp in the bottom that should probably be dealt with. Maybe do a little bit of a shrine swap. As we do see Icarium, it's gonna stop the channel there. Good prevent, but watch out because here comes
they're
the rest
rotate
of
on Icarium here. Yeah, nothing
Divine.
like trying to channel a Dragon Knight, and as soon as you think you're about to cap it, they take the other point from you. It's just like, aw.
Absolutely, it can be so frustrating. Here comes the Earthquake and a big engage. There's Cocoon going out onto Rhaegar, and it's going to be Zarya that goes down. Dropping the Surge, though. It's able to keep them back a little bit. Silent Shoe now having to pop the Gladiators. Medallion, get that unstoppable, but it's just being relentlessly pursued by Peace Cakes. And Silent Shoe is going to make it out, I think. Here comes Thrall, though. Gets the root. Riptire! Oh, and finds the target, and down goes Silent Shoe. A long chase that ends in their kill.
Tarsul!
And here comes the push onto the bottom keep. Down goes the front wall, just like butter, and now they're pushing on the keep.
Just like butter. Now we have Vala down all their whole entire damage for 40 seconds here, and Zarya, their second support, for another 20 seconds here. We may just look for the keep here and maybe back out. We're going to see Chains guys kind of get caught up in there a little bit, maybe a couple. We're going to see the drop the beat come out there and top the team off there a little bit as Chazon kind of gets stuck there a little bit, but he's going to be able to get away with his life as the poking continues, and we're going to see the first keep of the game going down in favor of worse scaling.
19 minutes in. This might be a long one, Dax. I think we have only seen 1 Dragon Knight so far. Just
that
the
is
one?
Correct. About 11 minutes in. So, I mean, if we're holding true, we're still looking at another 3 minutes of brawling here before the next Dragon Knight.
Oh my goodness. This is craziness, and I love it. But it just shows how close the game has been so far. Both these teams doing very, very well. And this, once again, this bruiser camp being played with a little bit by Worst Scaling, but deciding to maybe back out because they might be, you know, they might be unevenly matched here. And they decide to pull out.
As we're going to see again, the old swippity swap Tarsul up in the top lane taking that. Since it's taking all 5 members of ReGen Divine to cap this bottom one against Worst Scaling. They're going to rotate onto that camp here as we see Worst Scaling just kind of positioning there a little bit for their Siege Giants. Junkrats doing their best, maybe getting some poke. They're going to use the bomb launch to help rotate a little bit faster here down onto this, get some zoning in with those traps to get some more pressure in this bot lane.
Here we go. Yeah, picking up camps. The longer this game goes, the more impactful big team fights are going to be. Those respawn timers are just going to be bumped up and up and up. And if we're scaling, if they get a favorable team fight, they can end right through bottom. They don't even need the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, this is one of those maps where you don't necessarily the objective is nice to have to end the game, but you don't necessarily need it. Like you said, post 20. The kill timers are going to be extremely long if we can get multiple kills on one side or the other, but both tanks getting really a little bit low here. We're going to see Earthquake getting popped out, but we're going to see the level 20. Did he take the upgrade there? I don't think he did, but we're going to see the Ancestral come out. Bankai getting really low, trying to get the tap dance there, but the tassel wall is fantastic. Going to be able to body block 2 of those, and we're going to see a 2.5 kills to none there. Jason kind of getting locked up here, and Silent Shoe as well. We're going to see a 4-man team wipe, a quad kill on the side of Worst Scaling as we see them rotating on a core call here, and GG's coming out on this side of ReGen Divine.
That was a big team fight, and that should wrap it up for game number 1. What a back and forth game. Here comes Zigo, though, to give them everything they can as we do have sound barrier being activated. Core is dropping 70 and lower.
Tarsul taking a ton of damage from that other.
Tarsul, Tarsul goes down, but so is the core. 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 0. GG's, well played. Game number 1 going over to Worst Scaling.
Yeah, what a game. Back and forth. Only one Dragon Knight about 11 minutes in. That game went about 21 minutes. So, yeah, only one Dragon Knight. Great back and forth matchup. A lot of stalling. But unfortunately, the double support Vala not being able to come through. Just a ton of damage coming out, I think, on the side of Worst Scaling there. 3 of the top 4 damage is into that, and then even with the double support with Zarya, only being able to supply about 8,500 worth of shields to Jason. Just amazing. I think that's the most healing I've probably ever seen on Rhaegar, to be honest with you. About 130k.
Yeah. Just fantastic play back and forth, very, very close, evenly matched all the way through, coming down to one big fight towards the end. Even the kills with that last team fight, 13-10. Just fantastic play, a lot of fun to watch. That is such a crazy map. Like it's a smaller, kind of like a smaller map, and for you're like, okay, I should be able to see everything that's going on. But there's always little groups that split up and go everywhere. Plus all the action that's always happening in the off lane. It's just back and forth action all the time, and these teams. Craziness.
Yeah, it's just kind of like who can kind of rotate mid there to catch a lot of that soak. We're gonna look at this XP contribution real close from Rexar to Thrall, kind of doing their own thing in the top lane there, and then we saw a little bit. I believe it was Tassadar and Johanna in the mid there, which were the next two kind of sitting their own lane, and you don't see it very often. Like a 1-1-3 style comp, usually you kind of get the 1-0-4, and then maybe one person rotating up there in the mid to catch it when they can. So good to see a different style strat onto Dragonshire here.
Absolutely. All right, let me update the score. That's something I should have done a lot earlier, but there we go. So it looks like the next map is gonna be picked up by We're Scaling, as ReGen Divine as first hero pick for game number 2. Most excellent. Thank you so much for the 300 bits, Lexi Decimal. I appreciate it. Tarsul! Oh my goodness. So I guess I need... Is it Icarium or is it Ulcarium. Is it then an L or an I? Icarium?
That's a good question. I think Icarium would make the most sense, but I think you and I both were saying Elcarium. So I guess that may be up to Lexidecimal to kind of clarify that in the chat for us. If that's an I or an L, I'm not too sure.
Yes, please tell me. And is it Bankai or is it Banki? I think Banki said it was Banki earlier. Oh my god, I'm so terrible with names. I apologize.
I apologize. I've been calling him Bankai for the longest time. So that's if I am screwing up, I am screwing up. So
I think I screwed up in my earlier cast tonight, and I think they said it was Banki. We'll just let them tell us in chat again if people are watching, just because I say names wrong all the time, and if someone can correct me and I can maybe get it right for the next game, I hope to do that. So thanks everybody for hanging out and being here in chat. Looks like we are going to Battlefield of Eternity.
Yep, I love this map. Yeah, I don't get to see it too often in my games, probably because I love the map so much. It's kind of banned out from a lot of other teams, I think. But yeah, it looks like it is Icarium, or you could say Icarium.
I get it, Icarium. Okay, perfect. That's great. And I like the meme on that too. All right, so we do have the new map pickup. Here's what the maps look like up to this point. Check it out. Gibbles and bits and bits and gibbles and bits and bits and bits. I love that sound. Although it makes me want to eat dog food, and I'm like, what? This is not right. All right.
I don't think I've ever had that hankering. I mean, let's even count beef jerky, but yeah, I've never had that hankering.
That's an embarrassing story. I used to eat dog biscuits as a child, and yeah, and so I think that explains a lot about me. Oh,
you're not the only one. I mean, I can tell you, like my son, when he was like an infant, we used to have to watch him because he would just take handfuls of at least the cat food. The cat food was a little bit smaller than the dog food, but yeah, he would take handfuls of the cat food and just cram it in his mouth. But yeah, I've even contemplated, even as a young adult, so those bacon strips look mighty good sometimes when you're hungry.
It's bacon.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like, it legit looks like a piece of bacon. Smells wonderful. Like, you're not going to know the difference anyway.
Yeah. I've eaten stuff out of the garbage, so I've done so much worse. So I wouldn't be surprised if I did too. Looks like we're getting 100%. Ready to go into Battlefield of Eternity. Here we go. I did miss the joke. I'm so sorry, Taco. I believe backing up, it was what did Imperius say when he used his damage dealer to block a skill shot? Vala is my shield.
I did see that meme earlier today. It was
I did good. Too, and on the Reddit. And I forgot it. So I remember it being funny though. So you still get funny points, Taco. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Taco, you are the clown of tonight. So I see that May coming out. May just some teams just don't want to deal with it. She was kind of reined in a little bit. Avalanche being banned from majority of the season, or towards the end of the season last season. But just I'm just one of those heroes that you just kind of would rather not deal with.
Yeah, it's a little bit unpredictable. Like May can kind of mess up any kind of plan that you have going into it, just with the erratic zoning and stuns and things of that nature and displacement that she has. So just something to get rid of. And on BOE, we do have, we're scaling getting rid of Artanis, a really good off-lane shredder of the Immortal. So strong ban there, I think.
Yeah, ETC coming out. We're going to get a little bit of a tank ban, tank choke here from ReGen Divine. But like to your point, it looks like they're not necessarily worried about burn over there on that side of ReGen here. Maybe a Vala ban or a Rainer ban. But we're going to see a Brightwing. Maybe there must be a Brightwing player on that side over there. Seeing that ban 2 times in a row. And then we're going to see Jason on his patented Li Ming. Great poke damage and great immortal burn on this map.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, if you're going to have a mage, I just love the poke from Li Ming. Jason plays an excellent Li Ming from seasons past that I have seen. I wonder who... Because, I mean, Jason was healing last match, so I wonder if the Brightwing is a target ban on him. and just to be like, I'm not even gonna be healing this match.
I'm going to poke you to death. But then we're going to see that beautiful combo there of Tarsul on the Abathur and Chain Skies picking up that Tracer.
Interesting. All right. I like it. A decent counter to Li Ming. Pretty squishy. Has one, teleport, but after that, a little bit hard to get away. So we'll see if Chain Skies and Tarsul get together.
There is. I was gonna say with the Li Ming, I wouldn't mind seeing a taunt variant be able to kind of point and click CC onto that Tracer. Doesn't matter if she has the Abathur hat or not. If she can't move, she can't play the game. So that's a 3-headed combo right there, and Li Ming getting the resets. It's going to be kind of gruesome here. I'm curious on how Worst Scaling is going to react.
Yeah, I love it. With the variant and the Uther, that's a long CC chain and heavy burst damage potential paired up with the Li Ming. I mean, you do have your Gladiator's Medallion, but that's once every 5 minutes, so
yeah.
Maximum usage of 4 times if you pop it right away at the beginning of the game for no reason, which sometimes I do.
Yeah. You move it, and you accidentally go to move it, and you accidentally click it by accident. Yeah, I think we've all done that.
Oopsies!
Right?
Here's the frying pan sound. Boom! Use.
Oh nope. GG remake, please. All right, and then we're listening to Tacitor Band and the Vala Band coming out from both teams respectfully here, and we got 2 choices here coming up on the side of Worst Scaling. They need a tank. Maybe in second support. I don't know if they're going to roll Abathur main support here, but possibly. Let's see what's available here. Johanna's still available. Diablo's still available, and it's kind of some of these choke points. Maybe a little bit more dive. Varian doesn't have the greatest peel in the world, but we're going to see Sonya and a Kerosene.
Yeah, I think we might see up close and personal, possibly, maybe, I don't know, maybe Garrosh might be interesting, or maybe the Nubarak again if you're going to team up with Tracer and Abathur and try to go for the softer backline. But really, diving into a taunt variant and Uther doesn't really seem super appealing either. So they could just go with a safer pick of the Johanna. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so could still be a taunt variant in the off lane there to maybe deal with the Tracer in these middling team fights. But we're going to see a full dive team coming out from the side of ReGen Divine. We need a tank here on the side of Worst Scaling. Maybe a Mal'Ganis kind of get to sleep when it comes out. We're going Stab Daddy himself. I like it. With the Abathur hat, we're going full damage and full dive into full dive.
And a swap. P-Cakes, I believe, and Icarium might have just swapped there.
Okay, all right. And I think the main player here is going to be Uther. I'm curious if he's going to go Divine Storm for the extra lock and CC, or maybe Divine Shield with that Grey Mane, allowing him to kind of get in there and get all his Fury swipes in.
We shall see. We will get back to you in game number 2 right after this. All right, and away we go. I'm going to call the right team, if you don't mind, this time, Daxarino.
Nope, go for it.
On the right-hand side, we have ReGen Divine, where we have Zigo playing Varian. We have, I think it's Banky playing Muradin. I'm so sorry if I'm wrong. Geek USA playing the Uther. There's Silent Shoe on that Grey Mane, and Jason on the Li Ming thing. What do we got going on the blue side, Dax?
All right, on the blue side for Worst Scaling, we have P-Cakes on the Kerosene, Tarsul picking at Abathur, Icarium on the Imperius, Leo on the Sonya, and Chain Skies on that Tracer.
Oh my goodness. Tarsul! All right, let me pull the talents here. We take a quick little look here. We do have Varian up in the top-hand lane with Sonya and Abathur. That is such a hard 1v2 to win. I added Sonya up in the top lane versus Varian, especially till level 4. We do have Perfect Storm getting picked up here by Murden, so going to be stacking that on up. Abathur going for, all right, increasing the range with pressurized glands. Whew. It's like when I drink too much water, I also feel like I have that talent, pressurized glands. All right, so we're going to see a little bit of a 4v3 down here in the bottom, which should hopefully give We're Scaling the advantage in the top lane with the 2v1 versus Varian up there, but we'll see how everything pans out.
All right, I apologize there. I had to run away a little quick. My dog got caught in my green screen and decided to drag that halfway across to my house here. But I was giggling the whole entire time about that lands, the pressurized lands. That sounds horrible. But we're going to see a stun coming out and the Grey Mane locking in there to take down that Kerosene.
That's the first blood going over to ReGen Divine. And this blow-up comp. Gonna go for the siege camp, getting that kill. Still checking it up top. Getting an easy lane push for Sonya with the support of Abathur. And there's that siege camp grabbed by ReGen Divine. I hope your puppers is okay. I was like, oh no, Dax probably had to go do something. Weenus, talk, nope. Say something.
No, I apologize. I should have said something.
Oh, no worries. You can leave whenever you want. No problem.
But I think he was laying down actually right behind my chair and just kind of knocked the setup up.
Oh, Silent Shoe getting low there. Getting a little goodbye gift there from Chain Skies, but not quite enough to take them down. We do have Uther working on the Silver Touch, 30 of 80 already. Oh, and in the top, Zico getting very low up there. I don't know. I don't know which it's getting more value. The 4v3 down in the bottom or the 1.5 up in the top lane?
Yeah, I don't know. So it looks like it is going to be a taunt variant there. So Sonya will win this lane pretty handily. I mean, variant is half health, 0 mana there. So I think that's going to be the advantage there because Abathur can now soak these lanes once this first objective starts, and both teams are kind of poking away in the middle there. But you know, ReGen Divine will have the body advantage at least until 10. So that's what an Abathur comp really wants to do, is just kind of stall this out as much as humanly possible. So we're going to see the quick rotation there. We're going to see both camps, bruiser camps coming out from both sides here. We're going to see Kikuse get really low. Tracer Pulse Bomb coming out. We're going to see Uther go down. But Tracer also getting the Spider-Man meme poking back. Going to get stunned and locked down underneath that wall there. Imperious Q coming out. Silence, you're going to be able to E out of there. Bankai getting really low. Going to be able to Q and get that stun. But Sonya says, not today. Lands that Q and that slam.
2 for 1, favoring We're Scaling there. Well played, and thank you very much for the raid coming in from Linehouse. I hope you had a wonderful cast. If you're just joining us, we are watching 2 Div D West teams. We're Scaling versus ReGen Divine. This is game number 2. Game number 1 super close. I expect a lot more action coming, and here it is.
Yep, and we're going to see Uther finishing it off, that Q quest there at level 1, about 3 minutes into this. But I do love Sonya's build here. She's going to go ahead and probably go in a blow-up build from the way it's looking, and it's just really good on the Immortal. She can kind of solo burn there as her team gets advantage elsewhere, and we're going to see the Variant kind of get securing that kill onto the Kerosene, and an Imperious going down as well, as we see a full 5-team rotation onto this bottle Immortal here.
Double kill going out for ReGen Divine as they get those picks onto Kerosene and to Imperious, and they bring us to halftime right up. Possibly looking for more. Here comes the taunt, and the Tracer is just blown up. That taunt really doing good work on that really hard to lock down hero of Tracer. So a nice pickup on the side of ReGen Divine.
Yeah, and just a great job right now by Tarsol trying to keep their team. I mean, I know Sonya is top soak right now, but 7's coming online. 4 We're Scaling as well. So even 5 kills to 2 and the first objective here. We're Scaling is not out of it yet.
First Immortal does some damage. Should be easy to repel. Better than losing it though, and it does have a full shield, even as low as that may be as the first Immortal of the game. Leaving Abathur to body soak up top. Full on defense down here. Chain Skies getting the hat. Taking a lot of damage though, and it looks like it might be time for ReGen Divine to back up and let this Immortal peter itself out. Live to fight another day.
Yeah, just a lot of good amount of poke coming out on the side of war scaling here. We're gonna see a double Q coming out from Imperius here. Chain Sky's gonna come in, but Bankai getting kind of that leap out of there. Unstoppable getting popped on Geek USA. The cleanse coming out. I don't believe that was the medallion. I think that was the self. Actually, it must have been a medallion since Uther can't self cleanse. So that
Well,
was.
all I know is it makes the big old pan noise. And so yeah.
It does, and unfortunately, I think that the only difference is for me is because I can't. I am colorblind, so the green. Well, I guess for most people, it's green swirls signifies the medallion versus like kind of like the yellowy ones for the cleanse.
Absolutely. Yeah, and so it's very interesting seeing the setup of no hard tank coming out for worse scaling and just using Abathur to kind of boost one of these solo laners to be like, all right, now you get an upgrade, so now you're a tank, you know, but also able to do a lot of damage. Getting close to 10s. ReGen Divine is a little bit closer. Here comes Stab Daddy getting a big shish kebab landed on Geek USA. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of damage coming out with that pulse bomb, and Silent Shoe's got to back up just a little bit. Banky! Woo!
Ooh, so close. PK's trying to blink in there and finish off that kill. But like you said, we got the Q build Imperius coming out here, who just has an absolute ton of burst damage. So like every hero on this team could benefit from an Abathur hat. So I like the team comp. I like the strategy here. I'm just not sure how they win some of these team fights versus ReGen Divine's team comp here of just the absolute just point and click, remove one person from the game.
Yeah, I think it has to be we're scaling to find ReGen Divine first and try to burst Li Ming down before they get taunted themselves, and that's not easy to do.
Now, so we have Ultimate Evolution coming out here on from the Abathur. I am expecting possibly a double Imperius, which is going to be, or a double Sonya, which will be really disgusting here. We'll see. We're going to see a little bush gank here, not happening. We're going to see Icarium miss the Q, and P-Cake's gonna just kind of, you know, hover around in the back, trying to help the team out best as possible.
Thank you, taking a lot of damage as well as P-Cakes, and Chain Sky is dropping very low. Gonna be hard to hang out on the outskirts and join back in with such a low health pool right now. Both teams kind of posturing around this bottom objective. And Zigo might be the new target here for worse scaling. Here comes a big engage. Imperius getting the stun and down going Li Ming. They are able to find the soft squishy mage in the back. Geek USA getting stunned and going down. This is 2 kills now for worse scaling. And I think they're going to maybe back off and start working on this objective as they have this advantage for another 20 seconds.
Yeah, great job for wheel scaling there. Just trying to lock down that Li Ming. Just an absolute ton of damage and getting the resets there out for their team. But, you know, Li Ming and Greymane, we're going to see Imperius topping the damage for their team. And Sonya not too far behind, but a 3-way tie for the most damage in this game currently.
Imperius can put out so much damage as a bruiser. It almost feels like you have another assassin, like another melee assassin.
Yeah, I would class it, especially Q builds. Like I would definitely classify him as a melee assassin with some survivability, but really lacks in that wave clear department. So that kind of is his hindrance there as we see the teams kind of collide here as we're moving on to halftime.
There it is. Dauntress, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it. I hope you are enjoying the match so far. I know I am. Dax carrying my butt through the cast, but a fantastic play from these teams that it speaks for itself. My goodness. All right, so here comes the defense of ReGen Divine, hiding around their immortal, looking for a time to engage where they can turn things back to their advantage. They definitely don't want to fight underneath the enemy's immortal. They're trying to get a favorable condition here, and here we go.
Both teams really kind of doing their dive thing on to either other team. We're going to see Tracer kind of get locked down there, but we're going to see Palm coming up. P-Cake's coming back, about 3/4 health, but Tarsul getting a little low on that clone there, and we're going to see Kerosene get knocked down there. We're going to see Angelic Armaments get popped here by Icarium. Going to try to get out of there, get some shield, but that's not, unfortunately, going to be enough. And we see a 3-for-1 trade in favor of ReGen Divine.
Triple kill. A great fight for them, and this will allow them to pretty much take down this immortal the rest of the way and get this second immortal popping down. Let's see, which lane is it going to go down? It's probably going to go, probably bottom? Maybe top? Probably top.
So if We're Scaling gets it, my guess would probably be it will be going top. But we got both walls down. Let's see, and a little bit of it'll probably end up going top, I think. Here, if at all possible. Nope, I am wrong. Look at me go. It's gonna go bottom here.
It's hard to say.
Looks,
it was so close.
Yeah, and it looks like both walls down, and I was just looking at the fountains there, so it does look like the fountain is a little bit healthier in the top lane, forcing it to the bottom lane there.
And here it comes. Doesn't have much of a shield, but it does have a little bit. And I think this bottom fort at 11 minutes might be in trouble. Watch out for We're Scaling fighting past the Immortal. A dangerous move, but I could see him doing it. Blow up potential from ReGen Divine, very dangerous when you have a big tank soaking up all the tower shots. Zigo going in for the taunt. Pop and protect, backing off a little bit. Here comes Silent Shoe, coming with some big burst damage, and down goes Tracer. Tarsul. Ooh.
Almost being able to secure that kill for the team there, but Jason getting that teleport out of there with about 25% health. The Q coming out onto Peak USA on Uther from the Imperious. We're going to see the shield coming out. We're going to see just Taunt coming out, as well as we're seeing another member of War Scaling coming down. Silent Shoe trying to get as much siege damage as possible. A lot of poke coming out there. Zigo using the Protected to kind of dodge some of those tower shots. Leo with the out of hat there, doing the best it can, trying to spin to win there, but just a lot of damage. Everyone's still kind of healthy on the side of ReGen Divine here as we're scrumming a little bit here. Leo popping that beautiful palm, but not in time there. Going to be able to leap out of there. And Red Skies, they turn and point onto them. Going to E out there, but we're going to see BQSA not close enough to get off that E, but not having enough wiggles to get out of that. And then we see Tracer going down as well on a double kill over on the side of ReGen Divine.
Another favorable fight for ReGen Divine, really able to stay in the sustain. Also blowing up one hero from We're Scaling and then just staying in the fight as long as they need to. Which is tough when you only have Uther pumping out heals, you know? Sometimes you feel like it's a little bit light on heals, but the stun, if you can prevent the enemy team from doing damage by keeping them stunned, keeping them taunted, or keeping them dead, means you don't need to put out those heals. If you're winning the team fight fast, quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's that old saying. You know, if they can't push the buttons, they can't play the game. You know, so you're absolutely right there. But you know, Varian having the heals for themselves there, and Q build Uther heals himself while healing others, and Murden is just an all around just sustaining tank. So really only need to focusing on the Li Ming, who can poke from afar. So kind of only just trying to keep the Grey Main alive there, I think, is the strategy from ReGen Divine.
Absolutely. I guess it kind of is a little bit with their team namesake to go with ReGen Divine, really having Uther being on the logo. And here it comes.
The heal coming out there from Peak USA. You know, I just went from 25 to about 3/4 and back down. But we're going to see a 1-for-1 trade here coming out. We're going to see Protected coming out on the circle. Tarsul with the clone as Imperious, just trying to do as much disruption in the back line as possible. We're going to see Greymane finish the quest here. Tarsul getting low on that. Just a bunch of cooldowns getting dumped into that clone. Bankai going to pop the medallion there. 3 members really low underneath their own tower. Pings coming out for Silent Shoe, getting those resets for the Li Ming there. Chain Skies trying to do the best that they can, but about half health on a Tracer. Going to have to probably peel away there, but we're going to see ReGen Divine rotate onto the camp here, and we may see Tracer clear this up as we wait for reset timers for halftime.
Mudgeman says, what a divine storm, and it certainly was. Everybody was grouped up together, just spinning everybody in the head, making little birdies fly above them.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. And also that triple stun by Icarium. Or, sorry, Tarsul. Or was it Tarsul? I think it was Tarsul popping the clone, perhaps.
Yes, it was the Tarsul hitting that triple Q on the Imperious there.
Oh my god. Shish kebab
right
heaven.
Lane, yeah. Mm-hmm. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. Here we go. Full Shield Immortal coming out for ReGen Divine. We'll be marching down the top lane. The top fort's already down. So this, as well as the bottom keep. So this is, this could lead to the top keep as well. We're 15 minutes in. Full shield. Here comes Li Ming, and the team is going to be moving in behind. Got to be careful. If we get another blow up here right at the beginning, I think ReGen Divine could possibly push to the keep and through it.
Yeah, it's a 100% a possibility here that it's still a little bit early game, but we pressed that 16. So timers will receive the ginormous Divine Storm coming out, Palm coming out on a guard carrying, but I don't think it's going to be enough. We're going to see the shields coming out as well. Going to get a Q here, cut a little poke damage. Then the only the Tracer and the Clone getting takedown here, but we got a full health, a quarter shield, I don't even know what they're called at the moment.
Immortal!
But, objective. Immortal, thank you.
Yes!
Oh my gosh, we're going to see Bankai coming in here, get the root coming out from the core. Cake's getting absolutely low there. We're going to see Leap coming out and a Q and then the E, but it's not enough. They will lock down that Gray Mane here. A lot of the siege damage on the side of ReGen. We're going to see a stun coming out here. Leo doing their best to kind of spin and win for their team. But this Immortal is just chunking this core, and we're going to see GG's coming out here in game 2, going over to ReGen Divine.
GG's, well played. Wow, what a powerhouse of just everybody stacking on top of each other and slapping each other in the face. This was an all knockout brawl. My goodness.
Yes, that is probably the best way to describe this one here. But 17-7, and it felt a little bit closer than that. I mean, both teams really just throwing haymaker after haymaker into each other here. But yeah, Silent Shoe 11-6-1 for ReGen Divine here, just absolutely going crazy with that lockdown from Team ReGen.
All right, let me update the scores here before I forgot. There we go. Okay, 1-1. We are gonna go to game 3, Dax. We've done it.
We did it. We give the people what they want around here.
We manipulated the draft. We paid off teams so that we could go to game 3. No, this just goes to show how close these teams are in this fight. Doing amazing work, looking real good. Yeah, there's just so much thick stun coming out from ReGen Divine with the taunt, and Uther the Divine Storm just stun. Do we get the stun reset? Do we take Benediction? Yeah, Benediction was picked up so there you go. There's another stun. There's just so many stuns from Uther. Uther can be so much fun to play because you just keep him stun. Yeah, that was I don't know if that was their plan going into it. If it wasn't, and it was a pivot onto dealing with Tracer, well played. But I think these guys and girls had it ready to go, and planned out. So.
Yeah, it looks like they had practiced that comp a handful of times. They looked really comfortable on that. But yeah, it looked, picking the Tracer into that kind of feels bad if they did have it queued up already. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of bursts coming out from where scaling, where Uther faults is a little bit of the sustained damage because he has such a long cooldown on his healing. Where if you can get him to use both his Q and his W, his team is kind of out of luck if he is the solo healer.
Indeed. And with a name like Silent Shoe definitely not being silent at all, going off the chain with 11-1. My goodness, that's a lot of kills. But really great playing from both teams, and that was fun to watch for sure.
Yeah, so I think I heard the sound. I didn't see what his talent was. I don't believe he went bullet. I believe he went resets as well, so you kind of heard that
go for the throat. Yes,
yeah, so you kind of heard that in the Li Ming resets going off at the same time, which is just nightmare fuel in a matter of speaking, just kind of both those sounds playing in your ears at the same time.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely agree. Thank you very much, Mudgeman, for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, well, we get to go to game 3. That's all I know. Mudgeman saying, way to go, ReGen. Get that comeback. Could be a reverse sweep. It could be a 2-1 for worse scaling. We're just going to have to see.
Yep, so it looks like We're Scaling wants to take the first pick here, so I think we are waiting for a map pick from ReGen Divine, and I believe the series is split 1-1 in favor of whoever had first pick.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well,
so let's see if that holds true.
We shall see, unless let's see. Well, let me just switch over to the maps here. So it's been the opposite. If a team has picked the map, they lose.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, so I know Braxis was banned. I think Hanamura Temple was banned. Cursed Hollow. And
Yeah, we got the
Volskaya?
Hanamura, Cursed Hollow, Braxis, and Volskaya. Yep, you got them all. And Dontris has redeemed the distracting disco. I gotta move the stuff out of the way. I'm getting invited to a lobby, so we're gonna play this. We're gonna play this distracting disco right here, right now, while we still can. Here it is. Let's see if my lights turn on. Ah, there they are. Okay. It's party time. We might as well do a wacky wavy, boys, since we're here. It's been a while. Oh, yeah. There we go. Are you all ready for this? I think so. Game 3 hype. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Celebrate Game 3, says Dontris. Yes. Absolutely. Thank you for your 1,069 mother cluckers. All right, I'm gonna let the casters know that we're ready, even though we're jamming out. Or let the lobby.
It looks like we lost some people here quickly.
Oh, well, we got time then.
Not sure what's going on. Some folks are bugged. 5v3 seems there, getting called out in the chat there. Let's go.
Some folks are Tarzul. Some folks are bugged, spelled BYGGED. Bugged.
Some folks are bugged.
All right.
Got that glitch.
We might get the full distracting disco out before we actually get into lobby. Oh.
Yeah, Lexus gonna be partied out by the time we get this one started here.
Oh man. Okay. Caster's ready. Perfect. Ready or not? That was fun. I enjoyed that. All right, lights. Turn off.
Camera. Action.
Very good.
Game 3 in this Div D West series here. ReGen Divine looking to go 2-0 onto the season so far, and we are scaling. We're scaling, looking for their first team win of this season here. So good storylines either way coming out of this last match here.
So my button didn't work, so now I actually have to talk to my AI. Alexa, turn off party time. Thank you. All right. Very good.
Thank you, Alexa.
Oh, so much better. I can see again. It's amazing. Alrighty. Yeah, so first ban, first pick for We're Scaling. Does that just automatically mean that ReGen Divine wins? Since it was the map pick.
Yeah, it was
that
whoever
loses.
picked the map loses, yeah.
Interesting. Harking Giantsbane, yeet. You're a Jedi. I wish I was a Jedi. I would probably be in trouble. Diablo ban coming out. If I had a lightsaber, I would be dead within like 40 minutes. I would find a way.
I would be like the Black Knight from Monty Python. All of my limbs would be off, and I would be laying there on the ground. 'Tis but a scratch.
I would love to have one, but it would just be the end of me. May coming out being the first ban here from ReGen Divine. Oh my goodness. Sometimes we make decisions that we know are bad, but we can't help ourselves. And if someone offered me a lightsaber, of course I would take it.
Right, and it'd be just like, I wonder what happens when you put your tongue on it. You know what I mean? Like a 9-volt battery. Just let's see what happens.
Right. Powerhouse ETC ban. So that cooldown, was it 8 to 6%? Is that the 13 cooldown reduction nerf?
Yeah.
Something
So
like that?
I believe it was. Yeah, I believe it was a 2% on the encore, but still, I mean, you're still getting just a chunk and a half of just either alt. And we're not going to see the 4 tank bans, but we're going to see the Dibbles, the ETC, and the May ban, and then the Kael'thas ban coming out here. So I expect maybe a first pick tank hero there. It is going to be Johanna locking in for the team. We could see Muradin again on the side of ReGen Divine, maybe a Mal'Ganis here, even maybe a Blaze. And there's that Muradin and the Junkrat.
Doing a little bit of a Junkrat steal off of Tarsul from game number 1. Jason picking that up. Banky picking up Muradin. Uh, what was... Dontra says, Alex add poppers to Weenus' shopping cart. I already got some poppers. We got plenty of poppers. Whee! Yeah. Ta-da! But yeah, actually, maybe I should get some more. Oh, to Sadar, and I carry him picking up the Stukov. I love seeing that, a man with a big old strong arm.
Heck yeah,
a Zergy boy.
All right, so we got a little couple don't stand here points coming out from the side of worst scaling. A lot of displacement, maybe a haymaker into some Junkrat Q action, being able to stall those points. Those turn-ins a little bit here. We're going to see Jimbo Raynor himself getting banned here. Exterminate is really powerful on this map, but also pairs well with Tassadar, who just, I think every ability of his slows. So Ace in the Hole get a ton of value on this map as well.
Yeah, so we got some wave clear here with Tassadar and with Junkrat. I'm wondering if we're going to see another kind of odd comp from ReGen Divine, or if we're going to see more traditional. I'm still looking for some off lane, unless we're gonna have Muradin be off lane for ReGen Divine. You can't. I have no idea what they're gonna pick. They've confused me and surprised me in good ways. So I have no idea, but I'm sure it's gonna be spicy.
Yeah, Brightwing again, making it each and every game this series here, seeing a ban. Don't want to deal with it. But Greymane's going to get picked up again. So far, so good. We're going to see the Junkrat instead of the Li Ming, but we're going to see Pappy Deckard himself going to be able to help lock down some heroes to let Silent Shoe finish off those kills. And then we're going to see, Brightwing probably would have been a bad pick for the team there.
Swine to bird in chat. Every man coming out of quarantine looking like Stukov.
Got that strong arm.
Oh, he's an admiral, yeah, like dressed up and yeah.
Salute your shorts.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! And there's a Sonya picked up again, and Lunara on, or Tarsul on Lunara. Switch that around, and then Lunara actually has to play the player Tarsul in this game. Maybe that'll be the next version. That'll be HOTS 3.0.
That would be fun. I feel bad for anybody who has to play real life Dax Stitches. Sorry.
Last pick coming out for ReGen Divine. Show me potato salad. Ooh, the Auric. All right.
And that is a pile of rotten potato salad there. Might be a late game Leoric pick here. I don't see too much value with the Entomb other than maybe a pick comp here. So we could see the old stinky hand Leoric build coming out here.
We could see it. We could see it for sure. I'm excited to see what they do with it. Which draft do you like better?
Ooh, I was going to ask you the same question there. I think I like...
Hold that thought.
Okay, hold it.
Okay, here we go. Game number 3. Which of the teams draft do you like better, Dax?
So I like the wave clear coming out better on the side of worse scaling. Curious on how ReGen Divine plans to do this. Maybe some bonkers lockdown coming out and just maybe getting some resets here. But yeah, so far I like the draft of the blue team the best.
Okay, well here we go. Icarium is going to be on Stukov. We have Chained Skies going to be on the Sonya. We have Leo 158. It's going to be on the Tassadar. We have Tarsul on Lunara and P-Cakes on the Johanna.
All right, and in the red trunks on the right-hand side, we have Jason picking up that Junkrat Geek USA on Daddy Decker Zigo on Leoric Banky / Bankai, who knows? Maybe the chat knows, on the Muradin, and Silent Shoe on that Greymane again.
Woo! Gonna look for the static charge stacks here on Tassadar. Building those up quite quickly. Well, I guess 5 in the first 30 seconds is, whatever you got to do. Perfect Storm on Muradin. Going to be stacking those up as well. And we do have tricky shuffles on the Junkrat. So interesting start so far. I do like the Laws of Hope. Getting some extra healing, but you don't get the cooldown that you get on Johanna. Or you're unstoppable. So we'll see. See if that's needed. What do you think about this matchup in the bottom lane between Chain Skies and Zigo? Sonya versus New York.
This matchup down here in the bot lane, it all depends on Zico if he can land that W, because Sonya's just going to want to just queue in there. She's got healing on the auto attack. She's just going to want to fight into that lane there. So I mean, she can be a little bit more aggressive into that wave. She's going to heal out most of the damage that Leorc's going to do with his stinky fist.
Silent Shoe right away. Going to be taking out this bruiser camp. Getting that extra XP and getting that extra lane push. And the rest of the rotations from ReGen Divine don't seem to suffer too much from having Greymane missing. Just playing careful, trying not to get picked.
Yep, so we'll see that camp grab already, like you said, from Silent Shoe, giving that experience boost on the side of ReGen Divine. But again, I still like the wave clear a little bit better on the blue side. So once this is cleared here, they can probably rotate on their own camp, if not invade bottom, and get back to rotations here and kind of try and catch up on XP.
There it is. Leoric joining the rest of the 4-man for a second. Maybe gonna look for a turn in. Possibly looking for a turn in. I'm not sure. Holding on to 13 gems, collecting those up. And then we're just going to see these rotations from top to mid to top. With Greymane finding any camps he can get.
Yeah, absolutely. This is kind of one of those maps where both teams are kind of going to do their own thing, maybe get a little friendly poke in here or there, maybe try and lock down a kill if they can. But it's, just a lot of rotation, a lot of soaking, and a lot of grabbing spider butts until you can turn those spider butts in. And then that's usually when we see the first team fight.
Oh, you got to put all those spider butts in your pocket and turn them in as soon as you can. Having them in your pockets is good, but having them in the bank, even better. Both teams 45 gems in and out of the bank. Slight XP advantage going over to ReGen Divine. Looking for 7s, looking for a little bit of a talent tier advantage. Both teams just kind of, throwing paper airplanes at each other. Not ready to not quite ready to commit.
Yeah, and like I said, two camps getting grabbed. There's probably the difference here between the soak of two teams. We're going to see Junkrat continue that Q build there. We do not have rupees, so actually we're going to see slows and then potions of shielding into the Tassadar and the Lunara and the Sonya comp. So, not a bad pickup there. I like that talent at 4. The potion of shielding. Typical Leoric build there coming out, same as Muradin and Greymane there.
Kneel, peasants! As Leoric says. I wasn't just talking to my dog.
Oh, poor Big Pig.
Oh, big pigs. All right, both teams do have turn-in. They're just looking for a place to turn it in. They got the gems. Great job of interrupting the turn-in on both teams. Not letting it happen down here in the bottom. 20 gems apiece.
Kind of getting booped back there just a little bit. Bankai getting kind of low there. We're going to see 2 people get locked up in that zoning Dorito from Deckard, but just some more great wave clear coming out on the side of we're scaling, forcing ReGen Divine to kind of back up and make sure these lanes are getting soaked as well. But just like again, some poking, a lot of great stall coming out from Jason here. Great sustain coming out from the Deckard, just being able to lob potions down, forcing their teammates to kind of get the healing when they need it here. But we're going to see a 4-man scrum here in the bot, but we're going to see Silent Shoe and Zigo kind of getting that sneaky turn in there, but he's going to get a little low there. I don't know if they have enough burst damage to get him killed on his E, and he will pop his medallion and a tap there, but rotating back in here as we see PC Pancake trying to get 13 more spider butts turned in. We're going to see Tassadar kind of get stunned there by a Muradin Q. The great Tassadar wall coming out. Tarsul coming out, poking down the back line there for ReGen Divine. But some more, we're going to see Bankai get leaked out there. Q coming out from Tassadar, but not being able to connect as we see Chain Skies trying to turn into 30. But we're going to see Zigo E in there. This is a non-stop action. The Q in from the Sonya. You're going to whirlwind to bin. Whirlwind spin spin to win into the silence. Murden not being able to lock off that Q there. They'll get pulled back there by the Johanna. P-Cakes getting a little busy there. Stinky Arm coming out from the Leoric. East coming out there. Tarsul getting topped off there a little bit. Zigo is not done yet. The Root coming out on the Chain Skies. We're going to see the Condemned coming out on the Johanna on the 3 players. P-Cakes still getting a little low, but the great poke coming out from Leoric. The wall is taking down 2 of them. Zigo is going to go down. There's a huge amount of gems going down. Silent Shoe stepping up to grab those gems, but he's going to go down for this world as well. Bankai close enough too, and he's going to go down here. Geek USA holding 40 gems for the team. Deckard lives forever.
My goodness. Confirmed, Dax doesn't breathe air. He breathes hots. What a call there, my goodness. And triple kill going out to the side of We're Scaling. They get the first turn in. I believe they did disrupt some of those gems, so they were able to take some of those away from ReGen Divine. But here come the big butts. Spiders themselves, the huge spider butts marching down the lane in the top, middle, and bottom. Here they come. I don't know. I don't know how much value they're going to get, but 10s are online for We're Scaling, and they may choose to actually fight. Maybe even pass the front wall. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so we got the offlaner's down, pushing bottom there, and the lanes are pushed out pretty well. But mid wall's going to go down, probably on its own, at least half of it there. But like you said, a lot of pressure coming up in the top lane here, in this boss lane. We're going to see Bankai kind of getting low there a little bit. But as long as there's no deaths here on the side of ReGen, they do have turn in. They can follow up with this as well. But we're going to see that top wall come down, but we're going to see the bullet coming out from Silent Shoe. But then a great disengage from the... oh my goodness, this failing swipe. I couldn't remember the first word there on Stukov there for a great disengage on that Great Main.
Whew. Both teams have turn-in once again. So a double turn-in would be quite beneficial for We're Scaling if they can manage to do it. 39 on gems on Geek USA. Looking to get that turn-in. Is going to be interrupted by Leo. And now it might be even trapping a few members. There's Archon popped. Looking to really put some beef behind this pushback. Looking to turn in their own gems. Sonya, Chain Skies is trying to get the 39 in themselves. We'll be able to get those in. Nice.
Yeah, not sure if ReGen Divine's going to maybe trade a Bruiser Camp here for a second turn-in, which is kind of detrimental. You kind of, the first one, even right around 5 minutes, you see all 3 walls go down. But the blue team is going to sneak that in, so we will have to defend here. But we're going to see top and bot lane kind of pushed out a little bit in favor of We're Scaling here as they sit middle. I'd like to see them rotate here onto this middle keep here to kind of unlock the turn-ins on their side there a little bit to kind of help them out with some vision.
Rackham saying I call it the flappy grandma arm. the flailing swipe. That's so
I call
good.
it the Oprah arm.
Out comes Riptire. It's going to detonate onto the Web Weaver. Try to bring that health down just a little bit. Out comes the Blessed Shield, and here comes the engage. Getting low. It's going to be Murden who drops first. And P-Cakes getting so low. It's going to back off just a little bit. Maybe try to get a little bit of healing, but down goes that middle fort. And there's still some life left in this top Web Weaver.
Yeah, half health. Silent Shoe's going to eat into there, but kind of got himself locked in there. But Jay's be able to save himself maybe with that boot. But we're going to see Pancakes coming out here with that and getting locked down by Tarsul here as we continue this push here. Leo is doing in the bottom, doing their best job to try and get 13s for the team, getting that little double soak there. But maybe try for this keep wall here. Any other picks? We may see a boss play here after this. Maybe trading a boss for a turn in. Actually, you know what we do? I do see about 60 gems between Geek USA and Silent Shoe here. So let's see what happens. 3 people getting caught in that Deckard route, but they're going to be able to walk away, no problem.
My goodness. Yeah, an excellent engage, Smudgeman points out from Johanna with that Blessed Shield. Also with the follow-up from the Lurking Arm. That's just so hard when you're stunned and silenced. There's just nowhere to go. 22 gems. P-Cakes gets them in. Jason can't quite interrupt that turn-in. Still waiting for a turn-in for ReGen Divine. I don't think they've turned in yet.
Yep, so it looks like a rotation down here onto Zigo. Let's see if he's going to E on his way out of there. Going to be able to probably jump on his wall there. We're going to see this wave go down and maybe some pressure onto the bottom fort. Nope, I don't think so. They're going to know, they know turn-in is inevitable here for the side of ReGen Divine. They got to move up here to kind of stall this. Let's not see, they may try and stall this, but, they kind of don't want to lose their lives trying to stall this out. and allow a big push coming out on the side of ReGen Divine. But we're going to see Murden get locked down, going to get that old stinky arm locked down. Bankai getting low. The leap not coming out. Oh my goodness, going to be able to sneak out. Everyone see Sail Wild wants to come out, going to pop the Unstoppable there. Wow, Sonya is asleep. Silent Shield getting real low, but great zoning ult coming out from Jason there. Bankai going to be able to get out of there with 400 health. And a great trade, I would say, a great defense. If they can get out of here, Pancake's going to hit that condemn, not being able to connect with Bankai to pull them back here. But yeah, great defense coming out on the side of ReGen Divine. They're trying to get that turn in here. You don't want to see a triple turn in on the side here. We got bot fort almost so low, and we're going to start working on these keep walls here.
Excellent retreat, and here's the re-engage from ReGen. Silent Shoe getting very low, having to back off Jason as well. That Stay a While and Listen from Geek USA, saving the life of Zigo on the retreat and all of those gems. That was really, really nice touch. I don't know how ReGen Divine made it out of there. They had several members with like 10 health. But the retreat is real.
Yeah, they got some sneaky bits out of there, but yeah, great job by Jason, just recognizing that a Riptire could probably back some of these people off. I mean, it does. I think it's 1,000 damage, so a lot of people, that's a lot, like half health. But we're gonna see that sneaky turn in there for ReGen Divine, pushing out here. We're gonna see 16s come online here for We're Scaling. So let's see the play here. We're gonna see Chain Skies being able to sneak away that giant camp in the bottom that should be able to polish off that bottom fort here. But unfortunately for ReGen Divine, the mid and the top lanes are kind of about midway push points, and they're not going to lose too much health on these web weavers here. But we're going to see Sonya kind of chunk this down a little bit. Maybe they rotate on her, scare her off, but she's going to try and defend easily at the wall. Going to see the stinky arm coming out, but not having the Entomb to lock her out before that wall. But we're going to see We're Scaling rotate back down to mid here, and after clearing top, and help out Sonya here a little bit.
Can you imagine turning in and still holding on to like 39 and 43 gems?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I know that's a lot of strats for some teams, is to like try and get the back-to-back turn in. But
I start sweating when I have 7.
yeah, I have more than 0, and I'm like, I can't lose this. I gotta go turn it in.
Absolutely, the Web Weaver phase is over, but there still are a lot of members of ReGen Divine getting a little bit of structure damage up here in the top fort. And then, like I said, they have enough gems to turn. They have 102 between them right now. 102. Right. And they're down a talent tier. Fighting right now might be a little bit dangerous when you're holding on to all that loot.
Yeah, and just great defense. They're just be able to get some zoning here with the Tassadar and the Lunara, and then just, Stukov being able to use Flailing Swipe to just remove anybody from a specific area. So third turn in coming here from We're Scaling. I think bot fort is going to end up going down on its own, but we're going to see this pressure between mid and top here. Top is the boss lane and a lot of win condition for a lot of teams here, but just a tremendous amount of poke and slow coming out from Tassadar and Lunara, and these guys are having a heck of a time trying to disengage from We're Scaling.
So if you're on Muradin and you dwarf toss yourself over a potion in the air, you can still pick it up.
Is that the case?
It looks like that's what I think I just saw. Here's the engage, though, in front of the top wall. Here comes the Entomb, as well as the Stay a While and Listen. Riptire going off, as well as Acorn. Getting a lot of damage in here. I carry him. Taking some damage, is going to try to get away, but that's a triple kill going out for We're Scaling. Really turning that team fight, and now they're going to be able to push with what's left of these web weavers and get even more siege damage. 20 seconds plus down for ReGen Divine on 3 of their members.
Triple kill!
Yeah, I think we're going to see top and mid keep go down here. Bot, the wall will probably go down, but I expect them to kind of maybe peel off here with 3 members, like you said, 3 members down to maybe try and grab that boss. We are on even talent tiers, so this is ReGen's fight to take. PK's getting low. We're going to miss the stinky arm on the Johanna here, but the boop's coming out and maybe get her to safety, the task wall, but no, she's going to be able to get locked into that Entomb. But Jason getting really low as well. PK's down. The silence is impeccable coming out from the Stukov there, but we're going to see Bankai go down as well, as we have the last of the web weavers pushing us down. Jason really low, and as we have Icarium, Leo, and Tarsul, as well as Chain Skies, 4 members left to try and push us down. We got all members of ReGen Anomaly not Anomaly, but Divine, half health, trying to put up a defense pre-20 here. 20's almost online for Excuse me, there. We'll see Zergo go down as well, hitting that Q on Chain Skies there. Just a ton of gems coming out here. The core is at 50%, and we're seeing GG's coming out here. And we're going to see the 2-1 victory on the side of We're Scaling.
GG's. Well played. My goodness. What a series.
Holy smokes. Absolutely. Just great jobs from both teams there.
Oh. The fights were insane. There's so many gems on the line, and We're Scaling coming out 2-1. Picking up that last map there. My goodness.
Yeah, 11-1. It felt a little bit more brawlier than that. I mean, I know ReGen Divine had some good trades into that team fight, but Lunara here, 6-5-0. That poison damage, unfortunately, if Decker doesn't have any mana or he's dead, not being able to get any sort of heals out there, you kind of left wandering, no tap around, or tap still on cooldown, and you kind of just fall as you're walking away.
What a matchup. Oh my goodness. That was exciting. It was really fun to watch. 3 games. Love to see it. Well played. We're Scaling. Also really scary comp. Game 2 ReGen Divine. That was scary-tastic.
Yeah, 100%. I'm writing that one down. I like that one a lot.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Take notes. I think I felt like I wasn't watching Division D West. I felt like I was watching, like Storm Division. What was going on here? These were epic battles.
Yeah, like non-stop. I mean, the great job, getting the soak done there. Sonya doing a little bit better. Because the wave clear, I think, we're Scaling had a little bit better map pressure and a little bit better vision around those turn-in points for the team. But I like the stall comp coming out. Decker can stall pretty well. Junkrat can stall. Lior can E in and get that stuff done. And then just with the blow up between at least Murd and Greymane to dive on one particular hero and remove them from the game. But
for sure.
Yeah, great all-around game coming out here.
I take it back though. I didn't feel like I was watching Storm Division. I felt like I was watching Div D, which is amazing all the time.
It is one of my favorite divisions.
For the record, I do prefer to watch Div D. Don't tell anybody that.
I stay within my wheelhouse for sure.
Oh no, I just love the teams and all this, all the fun things that they play and how they play it. It's great. All right. Shall we see if we can get an interview here from We're Scaling?
Let's do it.
All righty. Maybe Lexi Decimal, maybe you could pick somebody or yourself if you want to come in for the interview. We're just gonna hop into. You'll hear this in probably about 30 seconds. We're just gonna hop into a lobby in NGS, and you can just join us in there. It'll be Weenus and Dax. So if you want to designate someone else from your team to do the interview, if they want to, that's where we'll be. So let's hop on into that action. What lobby do you want to go to, Dax?
I will follow you, sir. I do not have a preference.
Okay. We'll just hop into lobby 3. Boop. All right. Unfortunately, we are going to lose Dax. Do I still have my chickens? Chickens, are you still here?
I will take place of the chickens will take place of me. Dream come true.
There's the chickens. All right, chickens are going to hang out there. But we did get the medium honker redeemed by Rackham. Here's your medium honker. Thank you for your 569 mother cluckers. Oh my goodness, yes. And just want to make sure that we're not waiting in the lobby because I can't hear when someone joins. So Dax, just yell at me when someone comes and joins us in here, just so I don't just honk my chicken all over instead of actually talking to them. And also, we do have a goat scream from JakeBot. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you for redeeming your 669 mother cluckers. So here's my goat impression for the goat scream. If you are a faint of heart, please don't watch. It's a little bit graphic. Here we go. It's my goat impression. And that's a perfect time for a raid. Thank you so much, Oda for the raid. Good to see you. Sorry to make people watch that. My goodness. I'm going to send a message to one of these team players inside the game, and just in case the captain isn't able to reach out to them, we're looking for someone to interview from Worst Scaling as they get the 2-1 victory tonight in Div D West over ReGen Divine. How was your stream, Oda? I hope it was wonderful. Long time no see. I miss you. All right. Let's see. Do you see any team members here in the chat? Oh, there's Icarium.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if I know some people. A couple people on our team just aren't fans. Not that they're not fans of interviews. They just kind of, I think, a little gun shy there.
Yeah, sometimes teams don't want to do interviews either. So, and that's fine. But I just want to give them the chance if they want to.
Yeah, who doesn't want to come on here and chat with us? Two fine fellows and a pile of chickens.
Right, just a whole bunch of chickens everywhere. That's all it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, that's what we came here for, my dude. Oh my goodness, and there's the goat scream.
There it is.
All right. Oh my goodness. Good stuff. Thank you, Jake Bot, for redeeming the goat scream for 669 mother cluckers. And maybe we'll be able to get someone in here. But yeah. Whew. What a night for some great games. Really enjoying season 10 for NGS so far. Here is the division from last week. I think we might have shown this at the very beginning. I'm not sure. Yeah, yes, we did. All right, it looks like maybe no interview here.
Okay.
All right. At least from Icarium. So that is not a problem at all.
The boss is away, so the kids are probably going to run off and play. It's probably Lexi Decimal that would love to do the interview if she was involved, but most likely IRL stuff does get in the way. We all have lives outside of this game, unfortunately. But we understand that. But
absolutely.
It was just a great opportunity to cast these fine players here tonight in Div D. Great games, great matchups as always.
I'm calling you back, Dax. I'm calling you back.
Let's do it.
Baby, come back. And then it looks like I'm gonna have to turn these chickens off. Can't have chickens and Dax. Actually, that would be kind of fun. I think the chickens might be over the top of Dax.
You put them behind me. Like it's probably too much. But
they're all just like floating in front of you. If you could just try and bite them, we'll see.
Oh my goodness, that would be great.
Oh, here they come. Oh, not quite yet. They just disappeared.
Okay.
All right, here they come. And okay, guess. Oh my goodness. So good.
It feels like the money in the phone booth type thing. You just have no idea what's going on.
So good.
Come true. If they were
absolutely.
Just hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dogs everywhere. Jason saying thanks for the cast and getting the distracting disco. So we will do the distracting disco as we get on out of here. Here we go. Dax, thank you so much for joining me for this cast, and congratulations to We're Scaling for getting the 2-1 victory tonight. ReGen Divine, keep your heads up because you guys played really great. You were super scary in game 2, and it could have gone either way in game number 3. So I look forward to seeing both these teams play in the future in D West, and looking to catch some more action. Dax, thank you so much. People, you can find Dax on Twitter at Dax_Hots. Where else can people find you, and what are you up to, Dax?
I guess other than that, Tuesdays, oh my goodness, math, I guess it's 4 Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, I host Nexus Edge for the NGS Witching Cat. Other than that, I kind of hang out in the Cheer 69 Discord. If you're not watching that show, it's another show Weenus puts on outside of the NGS, but great fun there. Great community games there as well. You can kind of find me in that Discord posting memes all the time. NGS Discord as well, but Twitter's probably the best place to get a hold of me if you want any sort of my content.
Oh, heck yes. You got to find more of it. You can find me on Twitter at MoistWeenus, on twitch.tv/MoistWeenus. Thanks everybody for being here, and thanks everybody for being in chat. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the subs, and thank you for just redeeming all these silly mother clucker rewards. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. And let's see. Are there any NGS games still going on? Let me check.
I don't.
I think we might be the last. I think we might be the last ones for the evening. I've kept you up till 1 a.m. Dax. I apologize.
Man,
Yes,
it's all good. It's probably about the only time you'll ever see me try to catch some flying chickens in my mouth.
Oh my goodness, I need to clip that. That was really great. All right, let's raid Valkymer. And shout out to Valk's mom.
Shout out to Valk's mom.
Thanks everybody for being here. We will catch you next time. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, Dax, as well.
You, Venus, thank you so much for inviting me onto this. I can never say no. It's always a blast to be on here. Thanks to these teams tonight, letting us cast this game.
All right, these are your teams. Thanks much. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.